On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be talking about proper ergonomic techniques. So stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast. When we're talking about ergonomic techniques, things can be very simple and they can be very detailed. But one thing we want you to make sure of is that you always follow your specific facility's rules and regulations as it pertains to anything that we talk about. But in this case, ergonomic techniques. So the very first thing we want to talk about with that is training. Training is of the utmost importance. Make sure that your staff and everybody that's on your safety team, management, anywhere in the building, facility, location that you're at knows every single technique that you can use in order to have the proper ergonomics. So safety is absolutely paramount when it comes to that. With training, always make sure that people know exactly what it is that they need to do to have the best possible outcome. That's going to begin with the first thing, which is going to be the ergonomic equipment. Make sure that you have ergonomic equipment in the form of mats, chairs, keyboards, anything that is going to make ergonomics more prevalent and keep you with a proper posture. So if you're sitting up, and you're sitting upright. If you're standing straight. You have your shoulders back. Correct posture is going to be as important as training, because with correct posture, it's going to be important that you do it not only at work, but also when you're not at work. You know, it's something that you should be doing all the time to make sure that you have the best ergonomics. The next thing is going to be the layout of your facility and your specific workstation. Make sure that everything is within reach. Make sure that tools that you're using on a regular basis are always closest to you, and just make sure that everything is as comfortable as it can possibly be to make your job flow correctly. The next thing is going to be bending and stretching during breaks. Make sure that you take lots of breaks, as many as you possibly can, according to your facility, to make sure that you can rest and recharge and stretch, and not have the same thing going on all the time. It's repetition that can cause a lot of these injuries. The next thing is going to be going through and having a job rotation. Make sure that you are always switching positions with people to make sure that you're not doing the same repetitive thing over and over again. Not only is it going to promote ergonomics, but it's also going to make sure that you're better trained on all the positions within your facility. It's very important. And then last but certainly not least, physical fitness. Make sure that much like having the correct posture, you're also in the best shape that you can possibly be in, because having excess weight, for instance, may be something that is going to affect your back or your knees or your legs. Having, again, poor posture is going to do that. So being in a peak physical state is always going to help. Again, make sure that you follow all of the rules and regulations of your specific facility, and you're going to be absolutely good to go. Thank you very much for being part of another episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. We want you to have a great week, but most importantly, stay safe. And here is a word from one of our sponsors.
It's scientifically unexplainable. It's virtually indestructible. And it's taking over the entire planet. But in a really good way. It's Mighty Line floor tape, the most durable floor tape in the world. 7 times thicker than average floor tape. Beveled to endure pounding warehouse traffic. And backed with a super strong peel and stick adhesive, so you'll never have to worry about painting shop floors again. Mighty Line floor tape, the only durable stripe.